In my previous videos, I presented undeniable evidence of life after death and explained where we go afterward. I also clarified what dreams truly are and revealed the tragic consequences faced by those who commit suicide after their passing. Additionally, I shared a few of the many NDE stories I have collected over more than 20 years of researching the phenomenon of death and life beyond the material body. If you haven't watched them yet, I encourage you to click on my channel name and go to the video tab, where you'll find all the videos I've created so far. In this episode, I will present another NDE story. This is the account of a woman who, after experiencing an NDE, left her body several more times in the following years. Thanks to this, there's no doubt that another dimension called heaven exists. Let's begin.
I was working the 3 to 11 shift at the hospital, passing prescription to the patients on the ward, my usual duties as a charge nurse. I was in excruciating pain abdominally. I knew something dreadful was wrong with my body, for the pain had come and gone over a period of 6 months off and on. This evening it was almost unbearable. Nurses, they say, are the worst patients, and I, like everyone else, had obligations to fulfill in my life and kept putting things off. In addition, I was self-doctoring myself off and on with over-the-counter drugs. I had been diagnosed a few years back with colitis. This, I could sense, was different. I had scheduled a doctor's appointment for that week, which I could not keep, since I ended up in the ER room of the hospital the next morning, bent over in pain. I could not go any further. They attempted tests at first that did not reveal what they hoped for. Henceforth, exploratory emergency surgery was required stat. Upon my prep and arrival to the operating room, it flashed to me before I went under. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I am a nurse. I have worked in the operating room. The thought was alien to my training. Well, I never went out. I mean, my body succumbed to the anesthetic, but I was quite aware still, very disinterested in what they were doing down there on me, my body, and started ascending. It seemed to be the most natural thing to ascend. I was in a tunnel, and it seemed things were soaring by me. Through telepathy or somehow, I don't really know how, I knew there were 2 male entities alongside of me as I sped in this tunnel. They were angelic beings. I knew that, and they were like escorting me up. At least it seemed up. I don't know. Then all of a sudden I saw my paternal grandmother, just radiant and glowing with light, coming to me with elation on her face and her hand outstretched toward me. She was smiling. She was like in a mist or cloud. Her hand was trying to reach mine for an embrace. I could somehow sense there were other people with her, like a welcome wagon party or something, and I had extended my hand to grab hers. I somehow was so surprised and said, "Grandma, what are you doing here?" She'd been dead many years. Someone, one of the angel beings, said, "No, Rachel." I knew telepathically somehow if I touched her hand I could not go back. It's like I was stopped suddenly, like an invisible wall was put up. I said, "Why not?" They stated, "No," emphatically and very sternly, but with love. "No, you must go back." I again asked, "Why?" I wanted to go to that beautiful place, but I was suspended. Then I heard my little 3-year-old granddaughter's voice saying, "Don't go by Memo, Memo, don't go." She was alive here in my daughter's house, which was confirmed to me later by my daughter. Without mention by me that Sammy was very psychic and had been playing in her little bedroom with her toys at the time I was leaving, and was talking out loud to herself what I just described when my daughter heard her. I swooshed back into my body and woke up in the ICU unit with tubes in every orifice. It was related to me later that the surgeons came out and told my siblings all they could do was pray. #1, it was graver than they thought, and I was very weakened. the outlook was not good. They had removed a tumor the size of a grapefruit. It was cancerous, and they had removed a lot of my intestines, etc., and given me a colostomy. They gave me 3 months to live, I was told later by my family. Well, I'm tired of writing now, but I also left my body 3-2 for times after that, and was met by angelic beings who informed me I did not have cancer and allowed me to peer inside my own body at my cells. And there is more. I came home, obviously, and still was not totally grounded or totally in my body. It seemed I was very loose from the physical shell. I learned a lot and can still ascend in meditation. I love it. In 1992, my youngest son was killed in a car accident on his way home from college. I have seen him also in these latter years. If I can assist you, I am willing. I know the empirical sciences attempt to attribute these accounts to neurotransmitters of the organic brain, etc. I've often wondered about that being a science student, but I know they are wrong. For there is certainly a different dimension we here call heaven. I've been there.
And here is another NDE story that provides us with a wealth of knowledge about life beyond the material body. Our protagonist left her physical body multiple times and traveled to non-material realms. This experience solidified her belief that life beyond the body truly exists. It also freed her from the fear of death. This clearly demonstrates how important it is for us to acquire this type of knowledge, both theoretically and practically. This is precisely the approach I have taken in my publication. Not only do I describe what the moment of your death will look like and where you will go afterward, but I also teach you how to safely and temporarily leave your physical body while still alive, so that you can familiarize yourself with being in non-material realms. This in turn will give you the certainty, just like the protagonist of today's story, that life beyond the physical body not only exists but is our natural state of existence. You can find the link to it in the description below this video. That's all for today. Thank you for being here, and see you next time.